Hi, I'm James with British Customs. Today I'm going to show you how to install our GP slip-on exhaust on this 2024 Bonneville T120. First thing we need to do, we're going to install our rubber bushing on there. So I'm going to pull the spacer out, put the bushing in. Make sure it's sitting nice on both sides. Put the spacer back in. Spacer goes on the inside towards the bike. Put our clamp on. We want the bolt to be facing down into the inside of the bike here. When we go back together on the pipe here, we want to make sure that the clamp is flush with the pipe. That gets the best clamp load on there. If you're back here like this, it may not fully tighten down. So you want to be right up there. Next thing, we want to put our gasket on there. With our 5mm Allen, we're going to loosen the heat shield here. You don't have to take this screw all the way out. You just want to get it loosened up nice so that the shield will move. If you take it all the way out, it's a little difficult to get that clamp back up there. You just want to be able to move this a little bit, which helps us get the clamp in. So now we're ready to start sliding the pipe in. Make sure this is going in between the swing arm and the frame. Start sliding that in. Now we can get the clamp started. There you go. Go in. And we want to grab our foot peg and the spacer. Get that spacer in there. You want to make sure this little pin right here is lined up with that hole. Get the screw through the spacer. Line up the exhaust and get the screw through that. Make sure that pin stays aligned. That's what keeps that all in place. Get our nut on the back. Using our 12mm ratchet, I'm going to hold pressure just like when we took it off. Keep that bolt from spinning. Tighten that up. Make sure that pin stays aligned so that you don't break it. Now we can tighten up our clamp using our 10mm socket. Make sure it's flush to the end of the slip-on here. Make sure we're not making any contact with the shock bolt or anything back here. If you are, you can turn that out a little bit and then tighten this up to hold it out there. But you really should have plenty of room, shouldn't be a problem. Tighten that down so that's nice and solid. We get our 5mm Allen and tighten the heat shield back up. And we go do the other side. All right, so this side installs exactly like the other side. We got our clamp here, the bolt facing down, the exhaust gasket's on there. Our heat shield is loose. Got our rubber installed with the spacer facing towards the inside of the bike. Start sliding the pipe on. Get the clamp in. I'm going to grab our foot peg, put the spacer in here. Make sure the little pin is aligned with the hole. Bring up the exhaust. A 12 millimeter nut on the back there. Same as before, we're going to put pressure on here. Keep that bolt from spinning. There's our 12 millimeter ratchet wrench. Tighten this up. Make sure the pin is staying aligned so you don't break it. Make sure the exhaust is not making contact with the shock back here. If it is, you need to roll it out a little bit. Slide the clamp up until it's flush with the end. Use our 10 millimeter socket. Tighten up the clamp. Use our 5 millimeter Allen, tighten up the heat shield. One thing to note is that you can't install this with a center stand because we don't have a stop built into this pipe because it sweeps up too high. So this is for side stands only, and that's it. That's how you install the GP exhaust.